Hey everybody, it's Karen at Simply Living for Him. It is Tuesday, January 19th, 2021, and I'm here to do my daily devotional. I hope that these encourage you. If they do, would you like it and share it with a friend? You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel or come on over to our Simply Living for Him women's community, which you will also find these devotionals. So I wanted to talk to you today. I know there's a lot of feeling lately of darkness and oppression, and there's this, good versus evil going on, and a lot of people are fearful and thinking like, what's going to happen? There's just so much evil in this world and so much darkness. And our natural inclination is really to shield ourselves from that and to hide from that and to surround ourselves with our comfortable bubble of our people that we know are like us. And, we want to protect ourselves and protect our families. But I wanted to also remind you that you have the light of Christ. And so the darkness cannot touch you. And in fact, one of our missions here on earth is to share that light of Christ. And so I wanted to kind of encourage you today not to fear the darkness and not to fear, others that aren't like you, because that is, that's what Satan wants from us. He wants us to kind of stay in our little bubble, because then we won't share the light of Christ. Then we won't shine the light of Christ. It says in Philippians chapter 2, down in verse 14, do everything without complaining and arguing so that no one can criticize you. And then here's what I love. Live clean, innocent lives as children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and perverse people. That's what we do. We are shining like lights in this world full of crooked and perverse people. And I want to remind you that the darkness won't see the light if the light isn't there. Don't be afraid of the darkness, because the light penetrates the darkness. So don't run from the darkness. Penetrate the darkness with the light of Christ. I love what it says in Romans 10. This was actually one of my favorite verses. I actually found in my very first blog on this verse. It says in Romans 10, starting in verse 13, "For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they have never heard about him? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them? And how will anyone go and tell them without being sent? That is why the scriptures say, how beautiful are the feet of the messengers who bring good news." So you have a beautiful message to share in an ugly world. And, I posted a lot lately on my Facebook page and things like that about, living at peace and unity and, loving on others. And it was so surprising to me for the first time ever when I posted those things that I got responses that were like, well, we don't want to unite with the darkness. I'm not saying unite with the darkness. I'm saying go and shine your light in the darkness. That's the difference. I know for me, I always want to be with people who are just like me. I don't want to, be around any of that like filth or any of that stuff. But as it says here, how will they know if they don't hear? If no one goes to tell them, how will they know? And when you are living in a dark world, just remember you are protected by Jesus. You have that light of Christ in you. The darkness will see that. And that is our job, to shine the light of Christ in this world. So in the coming days, months, years, as our world continues to go probably down a downward spiral and it may get dark, rather than run from that darkness, I would say just keep shining brighter, because you will only shine brighter in a dark world, and people will recognize that and they will see that. So don't be afraid. Just ask God to give you boldness. Ask God for protection. You don't have to worry about being corrupted, because you already have Jesus. But you can influence that darkness for good. So don't be afraid of dark days. Shine your light brighter than ever. Because if we don't do that, who is going to hear the good news of Jesus? So if this encouraged you today, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know, share it with a friend, and I will see you again tomorrow. I wish you all the blessings and joy in Jesus today.